guys, it's your boy, Barca boy 103. Just finished watching the match and Barcelona beat Girona 1-0 in the Catalan derby. Absolutely crazy match. Barcelona did not play well. Last 20 minutes they were on the back foot, on the ropes, but in the end they managed to get the result. That's now 3 1-0 victories in a row for Barcelona, but the most important thing is 3 points and also a huge clean sheet. The starting lineup for this match is on the screen right now. It was Ter Stegen in goal, a back four of Kounde, Araujo, Garcia, and Marcos Alonso, midfield three of Busquets, Xavi, and De Jong, and a front three of Raphinha, Ansu Fati, and Ousmane Dembele, with Pedri, Jordi Alba, Kessie, and Alejandro Balde making appearances off the bench. Now, the only goal scored in this match was thankfully scored by Barcelona, and it was again a big goal for Pedri. He got the last goal, of course, in the league against Getafe, and he's done it again in this match. It was a great cross in from Jordi Alba after he made a run down the left-hand side. It was kind of a counter-attack a little bit for Barcelona. Cross comes in. Keeper for the Girona, Gazzaniga, did a hand on it, but couldn't pounce it out, and Pedri was there to pounce it into the open net and give Barcelona the lead, and in the end, 3 huge points. So overall, the team performance rating on the night, I'm going to be giving it a very generous, you could say, 7 out of 10. You could say the performance was a 5 or a 6, but I'm giving it a 7, mainly for fighting until the end. We're at a point in the season where 3 points is what matters the most. Yeah, we can play beautiful champagne football here and there, and we expect that as Barcelona fans, but when you're in a game like this, you just want to get out and get the 3 points. It's very, very difficult to achieve that, and this is games where champions are made. Barcelona over the last few years would have dropped points in this match 100%, whether it was a draw or a loss, either one, but today it's a different story because the mindset is different at this club, and Xavi has built a strong and togetherness team. Yes, the performance was dreadful. I think in that first half, it was just damn near boring. We didn't get a snippet of the goal. Second half, when Jordi Alba was in, then Pedri was, up to match rhythm. We got into the game, first 15 minutes of the half, Pedri got the goal. I think Ansu or Raphinha had a chance as well. After that, it was just controlling the game between Girona and Barcelona. Last 20 minutes, it was all Girona going for goal, and everyone made an effort, whether it was Jules Kounde, Araujo, Ter Stegen. Everyone did their part, and the most important thing, again, is walking away with the 3 points. Is, winning 3 games in a row, 1-0, not comfortably difficult? Is that a sign of deterioration? I don't think so. That shows me the sign of champions. Against Real Sociedad, we played well, 1-0. Getafe was pretty much Getafe all over again, but a bit difficult because it was away from home, and both games, of course, Pedri scored the winning goal. This for me shows champion. This is a sign of champions in my opinion. That's why when we scored, we go into the last 10 minutes, I'm like, you know what, I think we're safe. I was pretty cool going into the extra time in the match, of course. And then, of course, Arna Martinez is fucking turning into prime Danny Ellis against us and really want to score, but I think it's a sign of champions. I think this shows me that the team is fighting, and no matter what the result or the performance, they go out and mainly get the result. So overall, very, very satisfied. 3 points and a clean sheet, which cannot be underrated as well, cannot be under talk. Yeah, the 3 points is the be-all and end-all. If you told me, I want 3 points and a clean sheet, I'm obviously going to pick 3 points, but getting a clean sheet as well, so crucial. I think that's now 14 out of 18 games this season La Liga where Barcelona have kept the clean sheet. That is ridiculous. That is a number I don't think I'll ever see in my lifetime. Hopefully I do, but keeping a clean sheet, getting the goal as well, so important. I've never seen a Barcelona team this strong defensively in a very, very long time. That's why I'm just over the moon, because you're getting the results, but you're also getting those other accolades as well, the clean sheet, and it's just so perfect in my opinion. So overall, the performance, of course, wasn't that great, but we got the result over the line, and my team performance rating tonight is going to be a 7 out of 10. Let's now get into the players' individual player ratings in a big game like this, and average performance. Who were the players that stand out and who were the players that didn't? Firstly, in goal, Marc Andre Ter Stegen. Again, I'm gonna give him an 8 out of 10. He was brilliant. It's the thing is with keepers at top clubs, you're gonna be quiet the majority of the game because of course your team's a better team. You're gonna be dominant. So look at the top teams like Man City, Bayern, PSG. All their goalkeepers tend to be quiet throughout the whole entire 90 minutes. But it's always a moment or two where they have to be there and have to save their team, and that's all down to concentration, always being aware even when you're bored as hell. And Ter Stegen had huge shaves in that 20 minutes where Girona were dominating. I'm thinking about that shot from Arnau Martinez that was offside, the header, the goal line clearances. Ter Stegen is always there. We need him, and that's why for me he's gonna be getting an 8 out of 10 tonight. Absolutely world class, the best goalkeeper in the world on current form without a shadow of a doubt. Now for center back partnership in front of him, firstly on the right hand side it was Ronald Araujo, and I will be giving Araujo tonight an 8 out of 10. This is gonna be a bold shout for me, but I'm gonna say it because I've been thinking about it this whole entire day. Without Araujo, we're dropping points. I think this man is that crucial. Of course, Ter Stegen pulled up, of course, with big saves, but I think if Araujo wasn't there, this has 1-1 written all over it. That's how important he is for the team. This man is an absolutely unbelievable defender. Passing today was a bit dodgy. He had this one switch of play we tried to find. I think it was Ansu Fati down the left, and Xavi was absolutely fuming at him. But apart from that, again, if he just works on his passing, I think he'll be world class. I think he's world class at the moment in terms of the defensive aspect of the game. Superb, a rock. Every time the ball is near him, I'm like, yep, he'll clean that up, no problem. He is just so fundamental to this team, and for me, he'll be getting an 8 out of 10 tonight. His penalty partner, of course, on the left-hand side was Eric Garcia. I will give Eric tonight a 7 out of 10. I think apart from the penalty shout from Suwani, which I would have ripped Garcia to shreds, I thought he played well. I thought, you know, for a defender that's come in after not playing any games, I think this last game was Ceuta in the Cup. I think he's done well. I think there were a lot of moments in the game where I'm like, oh, turn and pass, he does it. There was a moment in the second half where he was penalized under pressure by 2 Girona players, spins them both, finds a great pass to Jordi Alba. So I think Eric Garcia put in a good shift today, and he'll be getting tonight a 7 out of 10 from me. Into the fullbacks now. Firstly, Jules Kounde at right back. For me, it's again another, you know, clear guarantee. He'll be getting an 8 out of 10 from me. Absolutely superb again in the defensive aspect. He's not a right back that goes forward. He did, you know, show some good signs going forward against Real Sociedad midweek, but I think in this match he went forward. His crosses weren't that great. His final decision in the final third wasn't that great as well. So I think that's where he gets those marked downs. But I think defensive-wise today, rock solid as well. We're all thinking about that cross, of course, in the last 10 minutes of the game where he made that clearance. Aerial duels, ground duels. He's one of the best center backs playing a right back. He's one of the best defenders in the world. Honestly, I think him and Araujo would be the best center back partnership in the world. I mean, the problem is that they just don't play there because we have no right back, so Kounde has to go there. I think once we get a good right back and it's just Kounde and Araujo, we're set for life, boys. And I cannot wait to see that on a consistent basis. I think Kounde, again, brilliant, world class today, and he'll be getting 8 out of 10 from me. But at left back, it was the complete opposite. Marcos Alonso signed a contract renewal yesterday. Hopefully we can rescind that. Tonight he'll be getting a 3 out of 10 from me. I think that's very generous of me. I really do. I think he was absolutely diabolical. I don't know why Xavi started him. Again, Alonso should only be used as a wing back, in a 5-back or 3-back, however you want to, you know, view it, or as a center back. That's it. As a natural left back, he should not be playing there. He's too slow, too static. He cannot play in a 4-back. My friends that have been my friends that are Chelsea fans have told me this for years now. When they went to a 5-back when they were a 4-back with Antonio Conte, he was crap. They went to a 5-back. He's world class. It's same thing. He cannot play in a back 4. I never want to see him again at left back, and hopefully since he got subbed off at halftime, Xavi realized that. I think building up and defending he was okay, but going forward, dreadful. And then once Jordi Alba comes in, the rest is history. So I'm going to give Marcos Alonso tonight a 3 out of 10. Into the midfield now. Firstly, starting off with El Capitano Sergio Busquets, and for me, Busquets tonight will be getting a 7 out of 10. So he commanded the midfield very, very well. Did not get a yellow card, so he will be playing, of course, against Betis next weekend. Strong performance. Did give a ball away a lot in the midfield in the first half, but always won it back. You know, he led the team very well. I think he was a great captain today. We saw a lot of signs of that when he was talking with the referee. Didn't really have any problems with him. It was a typical average performance from Busquets, but I will give him that extra +1 for the commitment. I think he did make some good movements as well, progressing the ball from the midfield to the attack. Next up, of course, is the right center midfielder, and that was Pablo Gavi. I will be giving Gavi tonight a 7 out of 10. Honestly speaking, I think his performance is probably a 6. I gave him a 7 just for the pure energy. In those last few minutes, you see Gavi running and running. You see him, you know, getting those last press, those last tackles. I think he covered every single blade of grass today. He was that good. I think in the first half, he's probably one of the better players, creating chances, making runs. Second half, I think he did drop off quite a bit, but I think that was because Pedri kind of took the limelight from him because he moved into that false winger position. Pedri did, and he was getting in the balls. He was controlling the midfield tempo. We'll talk about Pedri later on. But I think Xavi today, absolutely brilliant, and he'll be getting a 7 out of 10. Next up, and finally, the left center hand midfielder was, of course, Frenkie de Jong, and he'll be getting from me, I can't remember his name, and he'll be getting from me an 8 out of 10, and my man of the match. I think Frenkie tonight was superb. I don't know if people have been, people watch him or not, but I think his commitment, his press, his intensity, his drive of the ball, his ability to make those recovery runs, make those progressive runs, all today was fantastic. I think him and Araujo today were the two main fundamental parts in this team picking up 3 points. I think without either of them, we're dropping points. I do think Araujo was more decisive in that sense. If we do lose him, I think the points at the back, because Frenkie can't do everything right. But I think Frenkie today was superb. I'm just so happy to see him playing at a consistent level and at a very high level as well. We've seen it before, and hopefully we get to see it more later on in the future of his career. But I think today again, so strong. I think those even dummy runs where he makes those runs to attack the defenders as well, to create space for Pedri, to create space for those attackers that didn't do well today. I think Frenkie today was fantastic, and for me, he'll be getting a man of the match award from me and a rating of 8 out of 10. Into the forwards now, firstly with Ousmane Dembele at the left wing position. I'm going to give Dembele as this average 6. He only played about 20 minutes. He has come off with an injury, and the reports are saying at the moment that Barcelona are pessimistic. They're not optimistic about this injury. He went straight to the bench. He went and got some ice on it, which of course is good. Usually if the players' injuries are serious, he'll go straight to the tunnel, see the doctor. He was walking, but when he's walking, he's limping, and that's going to be the main issue. I think you're looking at minimum 3 weeks. I think if he comes back before the international break, that is a plus. Of course, the international break, I believe, is mid-March or beginning of March, somewhere around there. We have a night, of course, in a few weeks with the Copa del Rey leg next week, first semifinal. You have Betis. I think he'll be out for the next 2 weeks, 100% guaranteed. It's whether or not he can make it back in under a month. I think in the 20 minutes he played, he was okay, made some good runs, but of course the run he did make, he pulled up, which is unfortunate. So overall for Dembele, 6 out of 10. He will be a big miss for our team for sure. Next up was, of course, the striker, Ansu Fati. I'm giving Ansu a 2. I mean, I'm hoping now with Dembele injured and Lewandowski and Varane both coming in from suspension, because they both are better striker than Ansu, he'll get his chance on the left wing, because as a striker, I said this against Getafe, I'll say it again, he's dead. He's dead in the sense that coming up against a team that's, sitting back, he can't break them down. If there's space, if you're playing, a Madrid, for example, where they will have space, you want to play Ansu there, it could work. Definitely works way more than him coming up against a low block. Him against a low block is just dead. His touches was poor, his shooting was poor, decision making was poor, everything about Ansu today was dreadful. And serious questions will be asked at this end of the season if he does not, not step up, but if he does not improve in the next few months. Because if we do, and then we get an offer of 60, 70 million euros, the fan base is going to be all over the place arguing and stuff. So Ansu needs to wake up. I know right now he's rock bottom in terms of confidence, but he needs to do something, because otherwise it's not looking good for him. Again, it just absolute shite again from him today. 2 out of 10 for me. And finally, the right winger, Raphinha. It ain't better. A little bit better, you could say. I will give Raphinha a 3 out of 10. I gave him a 3 because he just made some better runs and played a bit more. That's really it. I think Raphinha again today wasn't that great. I think in the first half he was okay. First half I probably would have given him a 6. First few minutes he was getting into the game, making some good runs. He had a great, beautiful run, I think, in the first few minutes where he went through around 3 Girona players. Second half, I'd probably give him a 1. Second half, he was dead quiet, slipping left, right, center, whenever big opportunities, making wrong decisions. He tried to pass it to Xavi, we should have passed it to Pedri, and all this stuff, and it's just him and Ansu are the same. They're both just lacking confidence right now, and then hopefully Varane coming back, it's going to be the same, which is going to be unfortunate, but these 3 players just need confidence. All they need is just to score a few goals, and then they'll be back up. I know that for sure. It's just about getting those goals. And same thing for Raphinha as well. It's just very sad to watch him and Ansu, I must say. So overall for Raphinha, a bit better than Ansu, but not that great overall. I will give him a 3 out of 10. Now for the substitutions, the subs were Pedri, Jordi Alba, Kessie, and Alejandro Balde. Firstly, I'll give Balde and Kessie average 6. They came in, put a shift in. They defended for their lives for the last few minutes and then bounced, so can't really rate them. Jordi Alba came in at halftime, probably give Jordi Alba 7. Came in, changed the game, clearly better than Marcos Alonso, making those good progressive runs, putting crosses into the box as well, and of course got the assist for Pedri Potter, who for me today will be getting an 8 out of 10. 20 years old, 100 appearances for Barcelona. How mad is that? That is redonkulous. beyond imagination. Also, of course, got the goal against Getafe, got a goal now. He's scoring goals left, right, and center this season after, you know, Xavi told him over the summer to shoot more. He's shooting more. He's in the right place at the right time. He's just a magician. Also, that run he made, just tick, 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 running across them. I think it was in the first half. He fell, picked the ball up. It's just, don't want to make the comparison, but there's a certain number, another number 8 who did the same thing. So I think Jordi Alba and Pedri both came in, changed the game, got us those 3 points. I'll give Jordi Alba a 7 out of 10 and Pedri Potter an 8. And last but not the least is of course, the manager Xavi Hernandez, who tonight will be getting from me a 7 out of 10. Of course, the 3 points, clean sheet, can't take that away from him. Where he loses points for me is firstly how the team played. I get it, you know, I think he could have done something different instead of playing Ansu, Dembele, and Raphinha. We saw that against Getafe, didn't work. I said in the match preview it wouldn't work. I thought he'd maybe do the false winger position where we go with the 4 in midfield, but he didn't, so that's a mistake. Another mistake was starting Marcos Alonso. I don't know how he starts at left back ahead of Jordi Alba and Alejandro Balde when they're both fully fit. Crazy to me. I think his subs today were good, right players, but not the right time whatsoever. I'm surprised he didn't bring on Kessie and Alejandro Balde earlier. Only made 4 out of 5 substitutions again, but I had to give him praise for the change for Marcos Alonso for Jordi Alba. I think if you're, you know, another coach, you could say, oh, let's give Marcos Alonso a few minutes into, you know, a second half, but nope, Xavi made that change straight away, and also bring it on Pedri for Dembele instead of bringing, you know, Alcantron or maybe Pablo Torre or Kessie or something different like that, and then moving Xavi to that false winger position. I think making those 2 substitutions for him were crucial. So overall, ups and downs for Xavi, but the main thing he'll be taking away is the 3 points, and that's all good with me. So overall for Xavi tonight, I'll be giving him a 7 out of 10. So that was a match review for Girona versus Barcelona in La Liga. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and of course, leave me your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. But the main thing I want to know, of course, is your thoughts on the performance, your player ratings, and your manager rating as well. And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below as well if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Take care, and Forza Barca.